Hi all. So today we are going to see a Java program to print prime numbers, and we will accept the upper number from the user. So if we look into the program, we can divide it into three main parts. First is the part where we accept the input from the user. In the second part, we have the main logic, and in the third part, we are printing if the number is prime or not. So for the main logic, we will do a dry run to understand how it is working. So this is having two for loop, and let's say the user is giving an input of 5. So we will have the value of n as 5. In the outer for loop, we have I is equal to 1 and I is less than equal to 5. So the condition is true and the count will get initialized with 0. Then it will move to the inner for loop where j is equal to 2 and j is less than equal to 1 by 2, which makes the value as 0 because it is an integer and j is not less than equal to 0 because j is equal to 2. So the condition is false and it will not get inside the inner for loop, which keeps the value of count as 0. So it will print that 1 is a prime number. Next, the I will increment by 1 and it will become 2. For I is equal to 2, we have 2 is less than equal to 5. So the condition is true and the count will get initialized with 0. Next, it will move to the inner for loop where j is equal to 2 and 2 divided by 2, which is 1, is not less than equal to 2. So the condition is becoming again false, which will not execute the inner loop and the count's value will remain 0. So it will print 2 is a prime number. Next, I will get incremented to 3, and for 3 the count will again get initialized to 0, and here 3 divided by 2 will still make it as 1 where j is less than equal to 1 is making it false. So the inner loop will not get executed and it will print 3 is a prime number. Now for 4 is less than equal to 5, so count will get initialized to 0 and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So j is equal to 2 because the j is having a value of 2 only. So the inner loop will get executed in this case, and 4 divided by 2 is 0. The remainder is getting 0. So count will get incremented by 1 and it will break. So in this condition, the count is not 0, the count is rather 1. So the else part will get executed and it will print 4 is not a prime number. Next, for 5, I is less than equal to 5 and the count will get initialized to 0. For I divided by 2, it will have 2 and j is equal to 2. So the inner loop will get executed, but I is not module j is not having a remainder of 0 because it is not divisible by 2. So the count will not get incremented by 1 and the count will remain as 0 for I is equal to 5, and it will print 5 is a prime number. So that is how it will execute from I is equal to 1 till 5. Next, we will move to the IntelliJ to see how the program runs. So in this part, we are accepting the input from the user. Here we have the main logic, and here we are printing if the number is prime or not. We will run the program to see what is the output. So here we will have an input of 5 and hit enter, and as we can see, like how we saw in our dry run, for number 1, 2 and 3 it is printing as prime numbers, for 4 it is printing as not a prime number, and for 5 it is again printing as prime number. So that was our execution and Java program for printing prime numbers. Thank you.